guys, it's the Hockey Bros. Today we have a Stanley Cup final breakdown video. Right now I'm still watching it while I'm recording this. So we are right now going to have a live reaction of me watching this game, and I'm going to break down what's going on in the game, and then after the game I'm going to break down the series, the Stanley Cup final. So right now the Predators have advanced in a Game 6 versus Anaheim, my favorite team, so I'm kind of sad. But, you know, I respect all teams, and I want all NHL fans to respect my opinions. And this video is not biased at all. The Predators were a great team. I felt like they played well. They made sure that they were able to score enough goals. Pekka Rinne was outstanding, and there's not much else I can say about Nashville other than that they're playing outstanding hockey, even without Ryan Johansson and Mike Fisher, expected to come back soon. So right now I'm watching the game. We don't know who's in the finals. You guys do probably. So we got Pittsburgh and Ottawa, two good teams. I feel like Pittsburgh can go back-to-back if they win this. I'm not saying that they're going to beat the Predators, but there's certainly a good chance either way that one of those two teams could win. I'll break that down after I watch the game. They just scored. Okay, Pittsburgh scored, and then 23 seconds later, Ottawa scores and evens it up. I mean, the game is even. That was incredible. Such a short time for response. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. You guys already know. But this is just insane. That's insane. I think I might know who's going to the finals. We got a goal, Pittsburgh, on a very controversial call. So, I mean, who knows? You guys already know. But what I'm seeing, this call is so bad. In a way, I don't care. I just want to get this game over with because it's so exciting. But, I mean, that call was just interesting because, I mean, you could say that Kessel dove and Phaneuf could have, you know, I don't think Phaneuf really did anything wrong, to be honest. I think Kessel just dove after minor contact. Okay, guys, something huge just happened. Penguins, they went to double OT, and we got a shot, and it goes right past Craig Anderson. The Penguins are in the Stanley Cup final with the Nashville Predators. Man, what a game. They went all the way to double overtime. No score in the first overtime. And we go all the way. And just a couple minutes into the second overtime, we have a goal. So, guys, here's the deal. It was an entirely great series. Both of the series. The Eastern and the Western Conference Finals. So, basically what we see now is two teams. The Predators and the Penguins. Two teams that I think have the potential to win. Predators are a mean team. They're definitely missing a big piece of their lineup, Ryan Johansson. But the Penguins are also missing Chris Letang. I finally did see who scored that goal. It's the former Anaheim Duck, Chris Kunitz, who's already won the Cup with Anaheim in 2007. He had a great goal and a feed from Sidney Crosby, and that just went past Craig Anderson. So that is the game winner, and in double overtime. So that was a good game. So basically now we're left with, you know, two teams, and I think that the most important thing for Pittsburgh is to make sure that you get around the defense. Nashville Predators has, as Chris Kunitz said in an interview, he said it's basically 4 Erik Karlssons. If you know who Erik Karlsson is on Ottawa, you know how good their defense is in Nashville then. So basically, that's what Chris Kunitz said. And I know it's going to be a very tough series for both teams. It's one of those series that seems kind of... I gotta say Pittsburgh has the edge, though. But Nashville definitely has potential, because I said that the Ducks had the edge when they went into the series. And that was obviously not true. But, you know, it's going to be a tough one. And for Pittsburgh, it's all about goaltending. And Nashville has a great goaltender, Pekka Rinne. He's been fabulous. And I think if he stays hot, then, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell. If Nashville can score and Pekka Rinne can shut out the Penguins, I mean, they win. I mean, Pittsburgh could have more shots on goal, but if they have better goaltending, then they can win the game. But, I mean, Pittsburgh has great goaltending, too, and Marc-Andre Fleury and Matt Murray, who've been fabulous as well. I think the best goalie I've seen in the playoffs so far could be Craig Anderson or Pekka Rinne. It just depends how you look at it. I think, you know, Craig's had a lot of good stops, but Pekka Rinne's had these saves that you're like, how did that not go in, you know? And it's going to be one of the most exciting Stanley Cup finals you've seen. And, the team has a chance to go back to back. The other's never been to the final. So, I mean, it's just going to be so interesting. So, let's take it down to the offense on both teams. You have Crosby, Phil Kessel on Pittsburg. And on Nashville, you have James Neal. Obviously, they're missing a big but Nashville definitely has the potential, because I said that the Ducks had the edge when they went into the series. And that was obviously not true. But, it's going to be a tough one. And for Pittsburgh, it's all about goaltending. And Nashville has a great goaltender, Pekka Rinne. He's been fabulous. And I think if he stays hot, then, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell. If Nashville can score and Pekka Rinne can shut out the Penguins, I mean, they win. I mean, Pittsburgh could have more shots on goal, but if they have better goaltending, then they can win the game. But, I mean, Pittsburgh has great goaltending too, and Marc-Andre Fleury and Matt Murray, who've been fabulous as well. I think the best goalie I've seen in the playoffs so far could be Craig Anderson or Pekka Rinne. It just depends how you look at it. I think, Craig's had a lot of good stops, but Pekka Rinne's had these saves that you're like, how did that not go in? And it's going to be one of the most exciting Stanley Cup finals you've seen. And, the team has a chance to go back to back. The other's never been to the final. So, I mean, it's just going to be so interesting. So, let's take it down to the offense on both teams. You have Crosby, Phil Kessel on Pittsburgh. And on Nashville, they have firepower and people like Phil Forsberg, James Neal, to be as an example. So they still got some good people, even with the loss of Ryan Johansson. I think they still have a good chance. Obviously, they might not be the powerful team they were with Mike Fisher and Johansson, but they definitely have enough power to do some damage, and the fans there can just electrify the building like never. That you could, their fans there are just wild, and the atmosphere there can haunt any visiting team. And I've seen that from my own experience. Just seeing the Ducks play there, it's just crazy, and it's like chaos. So, honestly, I think the series is going to be great. I'm looking forward to watching every moment, but I think that the Penguins have an edge, especially talking about their offense. They have Malkin, Crosby, Kessel. And on defense, they have some great people too. I think Kunitz had the game-winning goal. He really kind of showed he had power. I think that was a big part of their win tonight. It definitely was. And I can't ask any more of him. So basically, man, this game was awesome. So let's talk about the Senators for a moment. The Senators, I feel like they had a good chance, They went to the Cup final in 2007, lost to my favorite team, the Ducks. That was probably the best year for Ducks hockey, 2007. And matter of fact, Mike Fisher of the Nashville Predators was playing for the Senators in 2007. Chris Kunitz, who made the game-winning goal tonight, played for the Ducks and won the Cup with them. Another thing about the Ducks, why do they give away so many good people? I get so mad when they give away Bolesky, they let Maroon go, they let obviously Kunitz, and then Carl Hagelin as well. Bobby Ryan, who played for the Senators. These are all former Ducks. Why did they get rid of them? Obviously they're fighting the salary cap, but I don't know. Anyway, well, let's go back to the finals. Ottawa, they could have been there. They could have faced Nashville. I think that would have been a good series too. But the Penguins, man, if they go back to back, it's going to be such a privilege for the city. When they beat the Red Wings, and I think it was 2009, that was their first cup with Crosby. And then 2016 against the Sharks, 6 games. And then 2017 this year could be their back-to-back with Crosby again. It's a bummer that they don't have Letang. Obviously, that's a big hole in their defense. But they still got some firepower and a lot of people. Their defense definitely is not as well known as their offense. Their offense is really the whole firepower, but a lot of those forwards can also play good defense when they have to. So I think Nashville definitely has an edge when it comes to defense, but when it comes to offensive, as long as Pittsburgh can score, they should be fine. But the same thing with Nashville. They have great goaltending. If they shut out Pittsburgh, they can win the whole thing. So you know what I mean? So if they're able to keep Pittsburgh from scoring with Pekka Rinne's awesome goaltending, then Penguins could still outshoot them and they would win because of this goaltending. And as long as Nashville can score the goals, but Penguins still have Matt Murray and Marc-Andre Fleury, who are very good goaltenders, and if they can also stop things, it could go the other way. It just depends how these guys are going to play, and it's all the coaching too, because the energy that's kind of showed to the players from the coaches. Nervous energy can be translated badly, and the players can get discouraged. If there's like an attitude of go, 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 you got this, then that team should have an edge. The Nashville Predators have great coaching, so do the Penguins. So it's going to be a face-off of the coaching too. But I think it's all going to come down to the goaltenders, obviously. Pekka Rinne is awesome. Matt Murray and Marc-Andre Fleury are like the best duo in goaltending I know of. That both goalies could be starters. Fleury has been starting, but Matt Murray is just as good, it feels like. In Nashville, I don't even know who the backup is at this point. It's all Pekka Rinne. I think another reason that the Ducks lost was because they can't score enough goals on Rinne. On Talbot, when it was the Oilers series, they were, he was a very good goalie as well, but they could score on him, a lot easier. So, it's all going to come down to goaltending and how many goals they can score, and I think this series is going to be great. So the keys to the series. So I'm going to give you some keys. 1, Pittsburgh needs to get around Nashville's defense. It's going to be very tight. They have a lot of great defense there. And if they can keep putting shots on net, eventually one's got to get past Pekka Rinne. Key number 2. This is what I'm going to go for Nashville. Nashville needs to get around, the fact that they also have good goaltending, but they need to get around, the Crosby, the Kessel. They need to shut down those players. So the first key was obviously that Penguins need to get around Nashville's defense. Well, the key for Nashville is they need to stop this. And I think it all comes down to that. And then another key. Obviously, Nashville's going to have to play good offense on Pittsburgh because their defense might be a little weaker than theirs. It's still good, but it could be better. It's all like, this is such a confusing series. You can't really tell what's going to happen until you watch it. Another key to the game, obviously, I've been talking about it a lot, is defense. They need to play good defense. Key is goaltending. Both sides. Matt Murray, Marc-Andre Fleury. I think the Penguins should go back to Fleury to start the finals. If Fleury falls apart, put Murray in. But both of those goaltenders have been playing a great game. It's been pretty good for both of them. And Pekka Rinne, he's second to none. I can't think of a game where his backup has ever played in the playoffs. No, and these guys are so good at home. They've only lost one game at home in the playoffs to the Ducks. So Nashville definitely has an edge at home, and the Penguins are going to need to look out for their fans at Bridgestone. The last key to the game is coaching, and it's all about energy and the way that they're going to influence their players. If they're going to be nervous, then the team's going to come off a nervous wreck. If the coaches are ready and they're confident, the players are going to be confident. And who cares about, the history and the stats? It doesn't matter. This is the finals. It's all or nothing. This is for the cup, the Stanley Cup. You can't, waste any time. And I think that's going to be really important that the coaches stress that. So, okay guys, sorry if the lighting's kind of messed up in here, but I'm making my final prediction now. So I'm going to predict the Conn Smythe Trophy winner for MVP, how many games it's going to take, and how the series is going to be won. So before I say anything, I just want to say the team that I don't mention as the winner still has a great chance. And I actually believe both these teams have a great chance of winning. So just know, I think that both teams have an incredible chance. So I'm going to stick with my initial prediction. I think I said it in the beginning of this video, that the Pittsburg Penguins are going to win the Stanley Cup in 6 games. And I believe that Malkin of the Pittsburgh Penguins will win the Conn Smythe Trophy. I do think it could be Sidney Crosby as well. It just depends where he comes up into the series here. So if, I think this could even happen if the Predators don't win and the Penguins win. I think that Pecorino still has a shot at this. He's just been amazing, and I think it'll obviously put more of a spotlight on him if the Predators do win. He could be definitely a potential Conn Smythe pick, either that or Philip Forsberg. So, it's all going to come down to the defense on the series, I believe. Not only the goaltending, but the actual defenders in front of them. The people like Yossi on Nashville. Nashville's defense is better than Pittsburgh's, in my opinion. So they have an edge on defense, but Pittsburgh has a very powerful offense. So we'll see how these guys hold up, especially Pecorino. So, it's going to be a great series. I can't wait to watch it. I hope you guys take my word for it. If you disagree or agree, please leave your reasons why in the comments. We love to hear from you, and these are just my opinions, remember, so don't leave me any hate for what I've said. I respect all fans, and I don't want to be biased, so if you could leave any comments, suggestions on later videos to do during the finals, I can accept that. So also, I'm going to probably be making an NBA one too. I'm more knowledgeable of the hockey, but if I can do it, I will. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the Hockey Bros, where me and Camden and Cameron also make other videos, not necessarily as serious as this one. We make fun vlogs. We do a little bit of gaming stuff. Everything really. So subscribe to this channel, and let's get 5 likes at least. I know it's a low goal, but let's do it. And guys, let's just blow up this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that is how you predict the NHL playoffs. Hockey Bro style. See you in the next one.